Hi guys, my name is Jamie Lynn. I am here for this video. Welcome to my channel, by the way. I decided I wanted to make a video about VIP experience for TXT. Since I had the VIP 1, so I was able to get the send-off. And I know some people have questions about anything related to VIP itself or send-off. So I wanted to make this video because I don't think I've seen videos about send-off experiences like that. So I just wanted to answer the questions, which I went ahead and just wrote down the questions here. So I won't have to look through my phone and then show y'all whatever. But anyway, the first question, which I was at the Atlanta concert. So based off of my experience, may not have been someone else's experience. If I remember correctly, I think Oakland had the worst send-off experience as far as I'm aware. And then as far as I know, I think DC had the worst camping experience. So my experience may not be like everybody else's. So the first question is, if you want to be in the front at send-off, how early do you have to leave the concert? As far as for TXT, it wasn't really bad for having to leave the concert for send-off. They wouldn't even allow you to. I know from what I've heard from Hyphen, people left the concert from I think the encore, and they went to where the send-off was. But for TXT, they would not allow you to leave the concert, and they would have you sit in a certain section before you go to the send-off. They call each row to go towards send-off. Row 10, let's just say, can go to send-off. And then so on. But still point to your row and go ahead. So as far as that, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. Just based on what I've heard, I think for an Hyphen, people started going towards encore, I believe. But like I said, for future references, sorry, I don't know if it's gonna be they're gonna have us seated and then go, or people are just gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna work. But I know, hearing about stops before Atlanta, people somehow snuck to the send-off areas somehow. But as far as that, I don't know. I wish I can really give you an answer just based off of what I heard. How tall are the members actually? I know they are tall, but are they as tall as they say online? That is a really good question. Honestly, I am 5'3" or 5'4". I think I'm 5'4". And whenever I was talking to the members at send off, when they came up to me, it seemed like Taehyun was my height, if not slightly shorter or slightly taller. I feel like me and him were around the same height, maybe. Which they said he's pretty tall. Now Subin, he was tall. I don't know about as tall as they say online, but he was definitely taller than me. He was probably about maybe right here or something. As far as Yeonjun, how tall do they say he is online? Let's see. They say he's about 5'11". I don't know about 5'11". I mean, he's decently tall. Maybe around the same as Subin, maybe up in here or something like that. But I don't know about 5'11". Let's see. Because I remember when he came up to me, he wasn't really slouched or anything, but he was kind of looking down, so it was kind of hard to tell. Because he was focusing on the signing and everything. So it was somewhat hard to tell for him, but when he came, he dropped my album. I'm sure lots of you have seen the video. he came up to me, and my dad was saying something to Yeonjun, which my dad's also a MOA. So my dad was saying something to Yeonjun, and Yeonjun just told him thanks for coming. And then I was telling him about like my dad being a MOA and that he did amazing. I was just trying to be as calm as possible. And while I was telling him that he did amazing, he drops my album. Let me see if I can find the video. Well, here's my video of it. Okay, here is my video of it.
My dad's a MOA as well. Oh, really? Wow. You did so great.
But yeah, so that was just like that experience with Yeonjun dropping my album, which the video was going to go on longer, but thankfully I did have this other girl that posted the video somewhere, and the video just went viral. Which I got the video from her. I just wanted to show like my video, which obviously was not focused on him. But when he came up from dropping my album, I just had to like show like a video of like how he was, but which I think that's another question. So yeah, he like was going to like walk off from me, and I asked for like a selfie, so he came back, and yeah, I think he was probably about like the same height as Subin, maybe like that. As far as Bumgyu, I think he was about the same height as Yeonjun, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, it says he's the same height as Yeonjun. Like I said, I don't know if they're 5'11" or not, but they were pretty decently tall for their height. I don't know, they could be exactly their height, but as far as Taehyun, I don't see how he's 5'10". I don't. And then as far as Kai, says he's 6 foot. I don't really know if he's 6 foot. I mean, we all know Subin's obviously the tallest member. Kai, I would definitely say that Taehyun was the shortest. But yeah, I just don't know about Kai. I feel like Kai was around my height, like just a little bit taller than my height. But it's just hard to say about that. I'm sorry, I just like went on to that one for so long, but I was just trying to like figure all that out, like how. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then, who seemed the most comfortable talking with MOAs, and did the staff rush the members much? Now that one, I feel like Yeonjun was pretty chill throughout the whole thing, honestly. Whenever Taehyun came out, I felt like he was pretty chill too. But I feel like he was also like, I don't really know how you can really say Taehyun was, but he was like very chill and everything. As far as Subin, I didn't get much of an interaction with Subin during the send-off, because in my area he was kind of rushed, but the staff wasn't rushing him. He was just like rushing through it on his own. I think he just felt like pressured or something. It felt like he was really stressed out. As far as Bumgyu, he took his time, and I was able to have like a full-on, not really a full-on conversation with Bumgyu, but I was able to like give him a gift, which this is what they look like. This one was actually Kai's. I wasn't able to give his to him, and same for Subin's. So I don't know, maybe the next send-off I can give these to them. But I was able to give the other 3 theirs, and Bumgyu was like, I love it, thank you. It was so adorable. Like, let's see, where is it? This was from like a screen recording that I was able to get, but it had no sound. So it took me like the longest time to get a video with it. But that was like his little reaction. It was so cute. I died. let's see. As far as Bumview, here's... I didn't get my own video of Bumview with this, but I will show this video that the girl sent me.
Also, I you should tell you now. You should even know. I also had this gift for you. I don't know if you're allowed to do. What is this? It's a bracelet. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you.
But yeah, he was right before Yeonjin, so he was obviously pretty chill about everything. He was taking his time. Yeonjin was just, he was something. Like I showed y'all earlier, he dropped my album and said, "Oh shit." And Finn also got proposed to at the Atlanta send-off. So I feel like he was really chill. Kai was also very chill, taking his time. So I feel like from like the middle to the end, it was like more time consuming, I guess. Like it took up more time. I don't know how to really explain it, but they definitely took up more time. Taeyeon was kind of like in between. And like I said, Subin was just like rushing where I was. But he was, I didn't get a selfie with Subin, but he touched my hand when he gave back my photo card. He was like, "Thank you." Like, okay, that makes up for that. And also him blowing a kiss to me at soundcheck. Also blew. It also made it worth it. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. I am back. But anyway, as far as the next question, was there any tips or things you wish you knew before about VIP and or send-off? Honestly, not really much as far as VIP. I just wish that they hold on. Okay, I will answer part of this for like the next, like one of the other questions. But one thing I do wish that I knew about the whole VIP experience is the line experience for the VIP 1 numbering. Queuing, whatever you want to call it. Because they were saying that they were going to fully honor the camp line. I joined the camp line at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I didn't know how things were going to play out, because it was like my first VIP experience for a K-pop concert, and it was also like my first GA experience with K-pop, and so I didn't really know what to expect for anything. But they didn't fully honor the camp line, and if I would have known that, I would have stayed where I was before joining the camp line. Because me and my dad actually got out to State Farm Arena at like 10 till 3 in the morning. So like 2:50. And we were just sitting on like one of like the benches behind the arena. Like close to where they had the merch, but not on the property. Just like the building area behind the property. That's where we were. And we were going to sit there and just wait until it was time to go towards the line at 8 o'clock. But I was told that they were going to fully honor the camp line, and I just went with what was said. So we joined the camp line, and they didn't fully honor the camp line like they said that they were going to. So I wish I just stayed where I was. Maybe I could have gotten like a better number than what I had, because I had like 133. My dad had 134. And if I didn't go with the camp line, I probably would have had a closer number. So that's what I wish about that, honestly. But other than that, it wasn't terrible. This one is a long one that I'm going to read. I need to drink some water. Okay. It says, how to get the best experience out of the purchase process, how to make the overall experience go smoothly the way the day flowed, and what you feel like you should have done to improve your experience. I've always wanted to do VIP, but I'm too nervous since it seems overwhelming with how Timing is important in making the experience go well. Seems like a great time. I just overthink. I'm gonna be honest. Same here. I stress out when it comes to any of that kind of process, especially this time around for TXT. It was my first time having VIP for a K-pop concert. I had VIP for Sabrina Carpenter in 2019, which that was like extremely smooth. I didn't really have to worry about nothing. And as far as buying the tickets for TXT this past year, I honestly just I didn't really stress out. I was just trying to like take my time, but also rush through it at the same time. So I originally did not get the VIP 1. I ended up getting the VIP Deluxe, which was the VIP 2. And I ended up buying the VIP 1 from a reseller and sold my VIP 2. So that was like, I had to pay a little bit over the regular price, but it made that worth it. Like I said, as far as like how the day flowed and what I feel like I should have done, like I was saying about the last question, I just wish that I didn't follow the camp line. So then I would have been closer. But besides that, I was pretty satisfied for the most part. I wish I ate more that morning. Like I wish we brought like a snack with us in my concert bag while we were waiting, because things weren't going as they were supposed to for the VIP line, which we'll talk about in a moment with one of the other questions that kind of goes with the answer of that. But honestly, for the most part, it was pretty smooth. Like, the merch booth opened at like 10 a.m. and I walked up there with a couple of girls that I met that day, and we didn't even have to wait to get merch, which VIP 1 had like priority access to everything. So we were able to just like buy merch right away, honestly. So as far as buying the tickets, don't stress out, stay calm. Because like I was trying to be calm, but I was like stressing out about it. So I feel like I would have gotten the VIP 1 from the beginning if I wasn't really stressing out about it, because I knew how like buying K-pop concert tickets could be. So I was worried about that. So just try not to stress and just stay calm. Have snacks beside you. Have anything valuable of the group near you. Like I had like a few signed items of TXT already. I had a signed Temptation album. I had signed Temptation, Bongyu, and Yeonjun postcards. I also had like some of my favorite photo cards from certain photo card sets propped up at the desk. And I had the Free Fall signed postcards on the wall, so I couldn't really have that at me. But with all that stuff being around me, it felt kind of more comforting, I guess, in a way. But yeah, just have a snack by you, like a few snacks. Honestly, I had probably about 3 to 5 snacks near me, just so like I can like choose what I want while buying tickets, and I don't have to get up or go anywhere. And I had like water or something else to drink. So that's what I have to say about that, honestly. Let's see. This is the one where I was going to answer those questions. Well, like, get those answers. How organized was the experience? Any problems with staff or other MOAs? Was it worth it? Tips for someone who is new to VIP experiences. As far as the tips, like I just said, don't stress out when you go to buy the tickets. Have snacks prepared. Have your valuable items prepared. Have a drink, like a bunch of water or something. and just don't stress. Stay calm. As far as it being organized, the the camp line wasn't really completely organized. It was decent until we started walking towards State Farm Arena where we had to go. Because people wanted to start running and cutting, and they weren't allowing us to run or anything. They told us to run. If we were to run, then we would have to go to the back of the line. Which, they did that with a couple people, but they didn't do it with everyone. So, you wouldn't really know what to really do or expect. And while we were waiting in the VIP line, the queuing was supposed to be at 9 a.m. So we go out there at like 8 a.m. because we could line up at 8 a.m. And they were just very like disorganized with it. They were saying that they were going to change it to 10 o'clock, and then they were going to change it to this time and that time, and then I think it ended up being like 1 o'clock when they did it. So it was very unorganized. So while we were in like that line waiting for that long, because we didn't really know whether or not to just go home, like freshen up or whatever, go to the hotel, to freshen up or whatever, because we didn't really know exactly when they were going to do it. So it was kind of like annoying as far as that goes. And then one of the staff that was out there for the VIP line, and they told us, he was telling us not to move or we were going to lose our spots. And some other lady was saying that don't listen to him because that's not true. And then as far as MOAs, there was this one MOA that was trying to cut in front of like the entire camp line. And she was like just really at it on Twitter. Which I don't call Twitter by X. I don't like the name X. So yeah, she was just calling us all out on Twitter. And it was like, I'm going to cut in front of all y'all. I can't remember what all she said. But she was making posts like probably about every 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. But she ended up getting like one of the top numbers. Because she was in like they had 2 lines, which is a pain. They shouldn't have done that, honestly. But she was in like the second line. We were in like the line towards the side. And she was in the line that's like closer to the merch. So that is definitely like a problem that we had. And then I also had a problem with this MOA, with these 2 MOAs after sound check. I was like, everyone was on top of each other in a way. It wasn't like crowding up, but we were all pretty close as it was. So I was like standing, like the floor and then like the barricade. It's like a slightly difference in like the leveling. Like where the barricade was, it was like slightly up a little bit. But, so I was like kind of like standing on that behind these girls. I wasn't completely like against them or anything. There was like some space in between us. And after sound check was over, one of the girls was like, I know you're trying to record, but can you get off my back? And my dad was pissed. He wanted to say something, but he was like, if they say something again, I'm going to say something to them. So that was issues with some MOAs, but everyone else was pretty chill. And then, like I said, like one staff, and then there was this other staff at, like during like the sound check that we had issues with. This was how close I was to the stage, and those are the girls that were kind of rude to me, especially the one like right here. She was the one that was like really rude. That guy, sorry to show his face or anything. I know it's his privacy or whatever, but I just want y'all to see the not bodyguard, the guy that was rude during sound check. They were giving us like a lot of water, so we wouldn't have to like worry about passing out or anything. So we had like these empty cups, right? So this girl that was beside me, I ended up becoming friends with her, and she was like explaining like some process of like questions that I had about the whole process if she knew about any of it, because like it was like all new to me and everything. But we were like drinking the water, and we already had like a huge crowd behind us. We had like probably about 10 rows of people. That's just what it looked like. It may not have been that, but it would have been aggravating to walk past all those people to go throw your cups into that trash can near the seat area. So she asked the guy that I just showed if he could throw it away for her because they had a trash can right near them. And he was like, no, you can go back there to throw it away. And he just had like a complete attitude. He was honestly an ass. Sorry if you're seeing this dude, but that's just how you were. I doubt he would look at this, but he had an attitude throughout the whole thing. The guy that we had during the whole concert, he was pretty chill. He was quiet and everything. Like, he was not an issue at all. Then, like, this was how close I was for sound check. Oh, come on. But yeah, the @ is actually my Twitter username. I will put it in the description below if y'all want to go follow it, because I know probably the glare and everything is probably making it hard to see what it says. But soundcheck was pretty worth it. But yeah, that's experience with like staff and other MOAs. And then like I said, the tips were like with that last question, so it's here too. And was it worth it? The majority of it, yes. Everything was worth it. I wasn't really barricade, but I was like, it wasn't really like a second row. It was more like a row and a half, or like half a row. But I felt like I was like right at the barricade, honestly. It's almost over for the questions. But how was everything leading up to the concert? Example, camp line. Honestly, the camp line wasn't too bad. I went to Atlanta 2 days before the concert because I didn't really know how everything was going to play out as far as the camp line. I even warned my dad about it just so he would be aware. Because like my dad's my concert buddy. He's the one that goes to the concerts with me, and he likes TXT. So I was like warning him, like, this is what's going to happen. We might have to do this. So he was prepared just in case. May not have been fully prepared like I was trying to tell him, but he was aware. But they were trying to camp out Monday, but the staff was not allowing it. They were kicked off the property multiple times, and Tuesday they actually ended up being able to camp, but they had to camp across the street on the sidewalk, no tents or anything like that. But they were able to have like chairs, sleeping bags, but no tents. So the camp line wasn't terrible when we got out there. If they fully acknowledged the camp line for the queuing, we probably would have had about like the same numbers or a little bit closer, maybe, because we went back like 15 or so numbers, so it wasn't bad. And then this one's kind of not related to the concert, but as far as like the day before the concert, which was a Tuesday, me and my dad, we were going to go to the zoo originally to just do something before the concert, have some fun in Atlanta. So we go to the zoo, and there is absolutely no park. I was trying to think of a place that TXT would probably be, just in case we got lucky, but we didn't. We were very close to getting lucky though. And so we go to the zoo, and we're trying to find a park, but their parking lot was super small. It's smaller than the one that's like an hour away from me, where I live. Because like the zoo where I live is like an hour away, and they have such a huge parking lot. This one in Atlanta, It was a tiny parking lot. It had like 3 or 4 rows of parking spaces, which was probably about maybe 7 to 10 cars can fit in each one. It was ridiculous. So we could not find a park. So we're trying to like look up like different prices or whatever on like different things. Just trying to think of something different to do. So we're like, okay, we'll go to the aquarium. And we get to the aquarium, and I have to walk all the way to the thing to see about the price. I'm trying to find what Yunjin posted from that day. But we were having to watch our money because we ended up having to pay more for our hotel than expected, because we didn't know that we would have to pay for parking for like literally everything. So we ended up spending like $600 or $700 on the hotel, which was like way more than expected. So we were trying to watch our money because we still had to pay for food for like the next 2 days, 2.5 days, or whatever. So we're trying to watch the money, like I said, and when I get to check the aquarium prices, it would have cost us like $100 just to go inside. That's not counting food. That's not counting souvenirs or anything. So we decided to go to the Coca-Cola Museum instead, right next door to the aquarium. We leave the aquarium. I'm so sorry. We leave the Coca-Cola Museum, and I swear, my dad doesn't believe me on this, but I swear, I think I saw Yunjin outside the aquarium, getting ready to go in. And I'm sorry, hold on, he's calling me. Sorry, y'all, my dad was calling. But, yeah, like I was saying, when we left the aquarium, I feel like I may have saw Yunjin without realizing it. Only because I think I saw his hat. I think I saw the color of his hat. Believe me or not, but I believe I saw that boy. Like, you see that color of his hat? I feel like I saw that when leaving the museum. So, I may have saw Yunjin without realizing it. So, we were pretty close to him during then. And then, when he was in that park in that photo, we were constantly walking past that park, or driving past that park. Mainly walking past, because where that Ferris wheel is, we constantly walk past that Ferris wheel to go check out the State Farm Arena area, just so we know like where certain things were, how things were playing out, and that kind of stuff. So we were constantly walking past that park, and he was there. So we were like constantly near him without even knowing. Like, we could have walked in that park and saw him. And like I said, I may have saw Yunjin outside of the aquarium without realizing it was fully him. So yeah, I could have talked to him the day before for a minute. I wouldn't have wanted to bother him, but like, even like that photo, like, imagine if you saw him doing this in person. Just imagine. I just want to know what all he was doing at the park. Is what I want to know. And then, anyway, the last question is, how were the members? Honestly, they were all very sweet, and they were all like such humble guys. Whenever I met them, I didn't really know what to say. So, like, I told them all that they did amazing. I kind of wish I said more. Like something besides that. Because I wanted to be kind of, like, unique as far as, like, talking to them, you know? But my mind was, like, out of it for the most part. As far as Taeyeon goes, he comes up, and I'm just like, hi, Taeyeon. And, he, like, grabs my photo card, and he's like, yes. And he takes a selfie with me, and, he gives my phone back, And he's like, have a good night. I didn't even realize he said have a good night. And I asked him to like sign my album, and then I went to go give him his gift, which was like a bracelet like these. All of them had one like this one, and then like the other one was like their favorite colors. So I gave those to him, and I also gave him magic trick books. Because I know how much he likes magic, and I was like, okay, maybe if he decides to keep these, because I don't know what they do with all the gifts, because you know they get too many for them to keep. So if he decides to keep them, I wonder if he will learn new magic trick books that he could maybe show us. And so I give those to him, and he looked so confused when he sees like the magic trick books. But he was like the sweetest thing. And he was like smiling and everything. It was so cute. Let's see. I think this is the video. Yeah, here it is. Oh, oh my gosh, this thing. Oh gosh.
And also, I bought, yeah, I don't have to accept this or not, but I have this magic bracelet. I want you to give you. Thank you, please. I want you to give these if possible, along with this bracelet. Thank you.
Like, he looks so confused.
What's this? Magic trick books, I know you like magic.
He was like, thank you, but you can't hear it in that video. Like, that boy, I did not realize he told me have a good night 2 times. Like, I was so out of it from, like, that whole day. Because I was there for, like, 21 hours and 10 minutes. Hey, girl, that is a long time. I didn't get to the hotel until, like, after 12 o'clock at night. So, that was with Taehan for that. Subin, he's, like I said earlier, he seemed like he was really out of it when he came up to us. Like, even my dad said, like, he looked like he was out of it and he looked exhausted. Like, that boy, he really did look exhausted. And he was, like, trying to, like, focus on everyone. You could tell he was, like, stressed out. But I thank him for trying his best. All I was able to, like, say to Subin was, like, you did great tonight. Like, I wish I said more to him. And, like, he took my photo card and signed it. And then, like I said earlier, he touched my hand when giving it back. And he was like, thank you. Like, it was so cute. Like, how he was. And I was like, can I have a selfie? But, like I said, he was so out of it. I did not get a selfie with him. He kept, like, talking to, like, other fans, going down to the other fans. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get one. I'm not going to get that selfie with him. And then when Bumgyu came, I had an extra photo card for Bumgyu and Yeonjun just because they're my biases. So I had, like, just one extra for them to sign. And Bumgyu's, like, signing my stuff. And I'm like, you did great. And he was like, oh, thank you. It was so cute. And, I was like, can I please have a selfie? And he was like, yeah. And then, oh my gosh, I was freaking out when I saw us at the hotel later. Like, I knew he did, like, the kissy lip and, like, the, like, heart and, like, peace sign. But I did not realize he, like, I don't know, you just have to listen to it. If you can hear it clearly, I don't know if you can or not, but both Yeonjun and Bumgyu did video selfies. And Bumgyu's, like I said, if you can hear it clearly in the video, it might be hard to, but you can, like, hear his little, like, I died, okay? I died. Like, no. I was a mess when I heard that. I was like, he did that! He made that noise! But anyway. So, and then y'all saw the video about me giving Bumgyu his bracelets. So, he was, like, the sweetest thing, too. They were all very sweet and humble. And very chill throughout the whole entire thing. Like I said, Yeonjun dropped my album. Y'all saw my video of it. Y'all may have seen the videos go everywhere else. But as far as his facial expression with it. Let's just see where that video is. This was when he had to come back to take a selfie with me, because like he like walked off, and I was like, Yeonjun, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, can I have a selfie? And he like came back, and he forgot to sign one of my photo cards. So I asked if he could like also sign that photo card. So he signs it, and he's like, oh, let's go. So he does like a quick selfie, which is like right. Hold on. Ignore bummed you here for a second, but.
Thank you.
So he was quick, but he was also very chill. He was just quick after he dropped my album. I don't know if he got embarrassed or what, but that was entertaining. That one little experience with him. Let's see if I can find this one video about how like his facial expression was. So hold on just a moment. Okay, I found the video about how his like facial expression was when he came up after dropping my album. It was so funny. He even smirked. Like he covered his mouth, but like you can like still see like the smirk in his like behind his hand. Like he knows what he did. But this is the video.
Really? Wow. You did so great.
Like, and then just going back to it. I did not mean to cover up my face. Sorry about that. Like the way he looked at this camera, if it will focus. The way he looked at the camera, and then this little smirk here too. Like, boy, you know what you did. You know. So yeah, that he was something else during the send-off. I will just say that. As far as Kai, he was so chill. Like, he was like the chillest out of all of them. I feel like because he was last, he was like more calm. Even my dad wanted a selfie with Kai because Kai is his bias. Let's see if I can find. My dad's probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna show like the selfie with him, which I'll cover up my dad's face for his privacy. But that is, oh my gosh, hold on. Let me do that better. Hold on. That was his selfie with Kai. Like Kai looked so happy. He was like, my dad was like, Kai, my man, let's take a selfie. And like Kai's facial expression was so cute after my dad said that. It was adorable. And then Kai comes up to me. I told that boy he did great 2 times. I did not even realize that. But yeah, I took a selfie with Kai as well. Oh, nope, that's not mine. But I took that selfie with him, and then this one. And this was my selfie with Taehan. But yeah. And I also asked Kai if they were allowed to give hugs. I did not think about that with the other members. I know Yeonjun would have given a hug, but I didn't think about it until Kai came up. So I was like, are y'all allowed to give hugs? And Kai was like, only air hug. But I could feel that warmth in his hug. Like, the smile that he gave me and everything. I could just see the warmth in it. Let's just see if I can find where he was. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. It's somewhere. Yep, here it is. Like, look at that. It makes me miss them even more. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just want you to go through those questions, talk about my experience. Like I said, I know experiences were different with different people. Like my new best friend that I met at the concert, she had a decent experience. She was able to get selfies with everyone except Taehan. And I think she only got like just a couple signatures. But she was like 3rd row. I was 2nd row but felt barricade. So yeah. like I said, it's different for everyone. Only thing is just, if you're a Christian, pray. Or if you believe in any of that kind of stuff, just pray. Just hope for the best. Stay calm. Don't stress. And yeah, that is pretty much it as far as that goes. If y'all have any more questions, y'all can comment down below. And if I get enough questions to do another video, I will. But if I don't get enough questions to make another video, then I will just reply in the comments. Sorry, I forgot to film my outro, but if you liked my video, please like and subscribe for more. And I hope to be answering more questions in the comments or in the next video. Bye.